contact mics. That's going to be a growth industry. I'm going to try to see what else I can do. So then I started putting contact mics on everything, and we've got now a set, like a bass, a treble, and a crash thing going on there.
Awesome.
And we've been really tuning this in. So now we have, and of course there's the bike wheel. They all go crunch. And we've been tuning this in, trying to make it sound sort of more clean. I've got a 4-channel compressor gate down here. So each of these has its own compressor gate.
Nice.
And then after they get compressor gated, they each go through their own distortion box, which just gives them a little more crunch, makes them not, because they can be awfully like ping, so super clean. So then they get a little distortion and some EQ. And so this is our Michael we had this bike wheel and he was playing and he was like, I need a way to hit it with a stick, so I welded these little things together. And then this thing here is called the lever. This is the shittiest instrument ever. You can see I whipped this up for some theater event, and I considered it almost a throwaway thing, but then Michael saw it and pulled it out of the trash, and so it's got this charming. It's just a string almost completely slack. I find this sound very charming. But then he also has he's got a pair of guitar strings here, and it becomes a nice slide instrument. And this thing goes, as well as the guitar, goes through an elaborate effects arsenal, so he can. So he has a lot of things available to do to this, and Michael's a brilliant. Michael can play any fucking instrument, and he's brilliant at shaping his tone with all these gadgets. But and then also this thing, the toy piano. If you push a button, then this becomes. It's also going through the guitar amp and effects loop, so he can do whatever he needs to do with this. I guess maybe that would be a bad choice. Yeah.
Is that also on a piezo?
Yeah. It's I don't know if you've ever looked inside of a JMAR.
I do have one.
Right.
Yes.
So I think I put it. I think the piezo is actually. Oh no! It's just on the back.
outside?
The back
Okay.
board there.
Nice.
It picks up. It's on the back board. I think pretty close to where the main bar is screwed onto the back board. It's been a pretty not very problematic amplification situation.
Do you make your own pickups?
What?
Do you make your own pickups?
I do not. I have had friends who do, but I just buy them from K&K Company in Coos Bay, Oregon.
It's reasonable, I'm just wondering.
What's that?
It's reasonable to just buy
Yeah,
them.
I just like, you got to draw the line somewhere. Yeah, well, what else? Oh, these are homemade. I just had these pieces of ash and maple lying around, and I decided, what if I cut a hole into them with a table
box.
saw? What would they sound like?
Nice.
Some of them are more successful than others, but I was just like, well, what would happen? And then of course there's the pans. These came in back when Mo was in the band. These ones are all from his era. He had a set of pans and he would just lay them out on a table and play them, and then I was like, of course we have to have a thing to mount them on. And eventually they're they're all gonna die. This one had died, so we have a brand new one for this door.
So are the creases deliberate?
It's just age. Just if you, it's
just
proving that
melt.
if you hit a pan enough times, this is what happens. So yeah, it's hard to get in here, but if somebody wants to come in and whack on stuff or play around, you're welcome. Just walk carefully. Probably around there is the best way to get in.